because I'm just trying to maximize my opus clip. So let's have a little bit of fun tonight. We're reacting to point and shoot. I'm gonna tell you, I actually enjoy watching this channel, especially when I see him going after Flakko. The funniest shit to watch Poetik Flakko, an individual who is not at all in touch with the black culture and the hip hop community, give his take on the black culture and the hip hop community while being criticized by a white guy who sounds like he has no ties to the black culture or hip hop community, but did a lot of filming for a lot of rappers in the LA area or the Bay Area on the West Coast. Did a lot of music video footage, documentaries, and such. So, the individual who actually interacted with and was closely um, engaging and actively engaging with a lot of the individuals that Poetik Flakko talks about, and he always point and shoot always gives him a very mundane, a very monotone type reaction to who we call Jala or Poetik Flakko. It's just funny. Let's just have some fun.
Okay, so I just wanted to briefly go over the situation where it looks like Frederick Jala is being pressed for cash.
Flakko, what's up, cuz? Damn, cuz.
By 40's Crip 4 Extra. So let me tell you what's been going on. So Frederick Minyango Jala decided a while back to make a heinously disrespectful documentary about 4 Extra's life.
Okay, so in case you don't know, Poetik Flakko likes to make a lot of weird ass documentaries and a lot of weird ass videos discussing wars within the gang cultures in hip hop communities. In the hip hop community, he speaks a lot of negative. Like I rarely see any footage or any videos that he uploads that speaks positive about the communities in which he claims to represent.
Where Jala made fun of 4 Extras bringing up Hood and spoke about his parents and everything else. It was so disrespectful. And so the speculation was that 4 Extra would allow Jala to keep the video up in exchange for some sort of money. And this is speculation. But this would explain why Jala has been able to get away with this, with making this video and still be able to be locked in with the Crips and the gang members of LA. And so this was months back when 4 Extra was locked up. But now 4 Extra is a free man and he's coming to collect his bread from the smelly blogger. And so let's just get on with it and show the first clip. This is going to be
From the smelly blogger. See, like I'm saying, it's always a lot of monotonish type reactions and things that he say, but it's hilarious, dude, because you know that in his mind he's really roasting them, but he said so calmly and so. It's just funny to me to watch a nonchalant um, individual speak about situations that involves more energy.
4 Extra sending a chilling message to Poetik Jala about his chick, and watch this.
Flakko, what's up, cuz? Damn, cuz. Nigga, you ain't send me my bread, bro. What's up my bread, bro? Damn, you ain't answering the calls while Lupe calling you while I'm in jail and shit, cuz. What's up with all that? Tap in, bro. Send me my bread. Now that I'm out. Do I gotta come up there and get my bread, bro? Flakko, tap in. Don't do all that weird shit, bro. Tap in, send my bread, bro. I don't do all that bullshit, all that. None of that. Tap in.
Now, if Flakko made a video disrespecting him and then he made some kind of agreement to monetize since it's monetized to monetarily benefit 4 Extra or anyone associated with him, including because of this video, man, just cash him out, fam.
Bro, I don't play that. Do I gotta come up there and get my bread, Flakko? Bro, tap in.
Oh, so he says, do I got to come up there, Flakko? Meaning to no jumper. And that probably means like he's going to be like waiting in the bushes to pop out and fucking, get his money, his rightful money that I want to show you.
You see, I'm going to tell you what it is. Flakko knows that 4 Extra is not going to take legal action, like defamation of character. Because if he do so, it's a lot of things that he will have to backtrack before what Flakko would be trying to push. Flakko is been diligent about his messaging and locking up gang members and anybody who's not on the straight and narrow. So like I think he do a lot of things to get people to crash out. That's what he try to do, get you to crash out. So he's not actually liable for the things he do. It's just really weird. This new age shit is weird.
A clip of the from the documentary that Jala made about this guy. And what's especially troubling about this is that Jala appears to be very zesty. He's wearing like lip gloss, it looks like. He's talking extremely zested up. And this is going to be a very zestfully disrespectful little clip. Watch this.
This is the story of the troubled life of 4 Extra. Now, 4 Extra had a really troubled life, but he was able to turn things around. There are very few people on earth who start gangbanging right from the film. Is this dude named 4 Extra. In this video, we will be going through his troubled life, from his early introduction to gang life, his ins and outs with law enforcement, and his drive towards redemption. All I can say is this dude, life is really messed up, and it's my pleasure to tell you this story. Almost every gangbanger.
You see what I'm saying? He say his life is really messed up, and it's my pleasure to tell you this story. Now, during Men's Mental Health Month, I figured this is a big time to say this. When we talk about the gang culture, there's 2 things that we have to understand. First thing, the origins of the gang culture. A lot of people do not understand how some of these things came to be. A lot of the gangs that we have, they were all rooted in self-preservation and community outreach. For those of you that don't know, I'm not here to tell you the meanings because I'm not a Crip. But if you do know what Crip stands for, you understand what I just said. I'm folk on the hustler. I'm one of the almighty brethren. People who you will see associated with the almighty brethren will be vice lords. During the Black Panther Party, during the movement in the 1960s, the vice lords are the ones in Chicago who helped the Black Panther Party move things along as form of protection and getting things and building connections within the communities. So when you talk about troubled paths and troubled past, things that people been through that molded them psychologically, it's not up to us to say or to negate those issues. And I say that because this is Men's Mental Health Month. So when you have individuals like Flakko who claim to represent a group of individuals or a culture or a community, and you speak ill of the individuals that's within that community, knowing or not knowing, and if you don't know, then that means you blind and you don't have any ties, any connection to the community in general. But if you know these things, if you know the root to the issues, and you're still blaming the fruit of the tree, then you're a problem. I'm just saying.
Has 2 things in common. First off, they have a very shitty childhood. I mean, of course, right? Finally, one thing he listened to when it comes to his father, right? Right? Hey.
So a lot of people are never going to know how insanely worse this was before Jala went in and trimmed out all the harshest parts. But the documentary is still up and you can go watch it. But all the crazy parts that made people's jaws hang open, originally those parts are all trimmed out because he received backlash for this. And I want to show you a clip of Jala on Clubhouse or whatever the fuck this is. And he's going to be sort of explaining himself and copping some pleas. Watch this.
I'm doing this to highlight like how bro have changed his life and how he's now on a positive side. And if there's anything in this video that...
See, and what really gets me about Flakko is every time he does something, he try to use it under the guise of, I was trying to help you or insight and give you some kind of insight. No, you're not enlightening anyone. What you're doing is you're showing how you take more pride in the things you talk about that's a quote unquote exposing the negative side of the people that are the things that they're doing or they've done, things they've been through. You take more pride in exposing the negative than you do highlighting the good. So when you start talking about he had a troubled life, I'm gonna bring this to you, like you were happy to explain these things, but then to everybody else you're trying to defend yourself, like what he did with Brick, how he threw Brick under the bus, and then the next thing you know, he's like, oh no, I didn't mean it that way. You can't say you didn't mean it that way. It's everything you say is context. Every word you use is not about the word, it's about the way the words are being used. Like I could be like, fuck you, man. And we know that's joking, but I could literally say, man, fuck you. And that's 2 totally different things. Same word, 2 different contexts. So when you say things, it's not the words you're using, we listen to the context in which the words are coming out. That's the only way that this shit can be balanced, if you're actually using proper context.
One that like bro don't fuck with, let me know and I'll take it down. If you want something tweaked or cut out, right, I can do it, right? So bro, like
But if you were genuinely doing this from just to showcase how he's grown, you would not have said any of this. Oh, if you didn't want this in, I'll take it out. No, what you would do is you would contact the individual and be like, hey, bro, I'm about to do a documentary on you. Is there anything that you do or don't want in there that's gonna fuck up your brand or help build your brand? It's up to you what I put in. I'm gonna give you what I have so far, and here, this is what you look over it. Tell me if there's anything that's right or wrong that I got right or wrong, and if there's something in there that if you're fighting a case and we got it wrong, and this is an open case, we do not want to add any negative or any wrong insight to your case. So how about go over this and then send us back with feedback? That's what you should do. I think anybody who operates as a content creator who uses their space to talk about any other individual who's trying to build a brand, if you're going to talk about that person, you should reach out to that person, and then if you can't reach them because they're deceased, then reach out to their family members with what you have. Give them what you have. Let them critique it. Give you feedback. Send it back to you, and then you redo it the way it's supposed to be done. That's the way I see it, because I'm not here to tear apart your brand. So if I'm doing it going based off my perception of things, then I'm literally just taking apart and picking apart your fucking brand. But if I'm going and giving you, hey, look, this is what I have, that means I'm genuinely trying to be concerned about what information is being received and being put out. And I want people to get the proper information. I mean, that's just me, bro. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, say I'm wrong.
I genuinely, man, was trying to do something positive, but because of my track record, it came off as, yo, I'm playing with niggas or I'm violating, you know, but bro.
His track record. He has a continuous history of treating the black community like they just trash. He laughs and mocks the individuals because we don't take him seriously. And he wants so bad to fit in, but he's so far disconnected from the culture. It's like Drake, for example. And I hate to say this, just in case y'all some Drizzy fans, but Drake is so far removed from the culture that he try to use the social media, things he learns from social media, to give him knowledge of the community that he has no ties to. They use old music and old movies and things that black people as a collective talk about and laugh about. You get what I'm saying? So they talk like we talk about Boys in the Hood. They mention certain points of Boys in the Hood. Yeah, this and this and this. I'm like, bro, that's a fucking movie written by somebody who scripted this shit out. People that acted out. Those aren't real people. Those situations never really happen. And you can't say that they will happen because these are things people use in their minds to calculate two different parts. You can't create movies and think they're based off, they create reality, when in reality people think on their own. They think freely. And if you have a person writing for one side and the other side, you're never giving a proper balance. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to say maybe I'm wrong even though I'm not. But maybe I'm wrong.
Bro, I had the truest intentions, you know?
So as you can see, Jala is suffering the consequences of his mistake by doing this video. And he absolutely did trim out many parts, I believe. I mean, there's obvious parts. The beginning part, there's a part that's trimmed out, straight up.
Few people on earth who start gangbanging right from the is this dude named 4Extra.
So the video is not even 10 seconds in before something needs to be trimmed out. That's how bad this documentary was. And so what it's looking like happened is that Jala offered to take the video down and say, look, I don't want any smoke, I'll take it down. But then 4Extra said, no, you said you wanted to help me. Well, check this out. This is what's going to help me. You're going to leave the video up. It's going to get money, and then you're going to give me the money for it. And that's what I believe. That's my theory, is that this is like a, hey, no, now you got to leave it up, and now you got to pay me, okay? So that's what I believe is going on. But there are other theories out there that I've observed. There's theories that Flakko's actually been put on and that he is a Crip now in the streets, which would explain why he's able to pop.
That's crazy because I heard about that too. If you haven't done so, after this video, head over to my boy, to my bro, DJ Bandana Black. He just did a video about that shit.
Poetik publicly with the Crips. I want to show you this next clip of Jala yelling and screaming at some Crips over some politicking type shit. I want to show you that immediately. Look at this.
Look, he trying to politic, bro. He trying to start some shit. Jesus says security, who's a power rule, shot Dejan. That's not allowed. Or we gonna politic because that's the homie. Man, Flakko, bring your ass up here, nigga.
Right? Here's the thing, though. It's black and white. Ain't no gray area with these rules, bro. It's black and white. Ain't no gray area with these rules,
just saying street niggas in general.
Ain't no gray area with these rules, dog.
I see Flacco screaming and yelling, trying to tell you that there's no gray areas and rules, and these are black and white. In order to say that, you have to have adequate knowledge of the culture. You can't just make up things to say, "Oh, this is how it's supposed to be." If you never aligned yourself, literally never aligned yourself with the individuals that you're telling the rules to, you can't tell them the rules when they've lived by the rules for decades, and you're just now trying to find your way into them. That's crazy, bro.
Y'all said,
Listen,
and we're in a gray area, but that man came on a recorded line and said a Pyru shot this guy.
I can't
And if that's allowed, hey, if that's allowed, bro, the streets is dead, bro.
Look, it's so many 40s, it's so many niggas from 40s that's from his neighborhood that a nigga can
He left.
to understand.
All right, so something's gotten into Jala. Something's going on psychologically speaking. I mean, he's really out of control. His mouth is out of control. He's running his goddamn mouth on the internet like a wild person. He's saying all these crazy things about gangs. And I just think it's really concerning at this point. And so where we're left is it appears that Jala is avoiding for extra and refusing to pay, which is weird because Jala's always constantly flexing about how much money he has, about all of his riches and his cars and guns and stuff. I mean, what's going on? Why won't you just pay?
I'm gonna tell you what I learned. I'm all bullshit aside. Aside from motherfuckers who are rappers, because that's the imagery that they're trying to push off now. They have to push off the imagery of upper echelon, high class, everything, big bossed up, everything. You can't see me. You can't see me unless I let you. I'm you know what I'm saying. I'm iced out from head to toe. I don't wear the same T-shirt ever. I wear it once and then I throw it away. Pair of socks and throw them in the trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their image. But content creators, YouTubers, podcasters, that's not our image. Our image, if you're here to deliver information, then this is your image. It's not about money, not about your financial gain, not that at all. That's what you spit on the face of the individual that's tuned in to you. Because the reason why you have that is because individuals are taking the time out of their days to watch you. The same way that you guys are sitting here right now watching the words that are coming out of my mouth is the same way that people watch those other creators. And in doing so, you should take heed and know that the people that are watching you, if they stop watching you, you're nowhere. So you can't brag to them about what you do have and how much better than them you are. In doing so, you're spitting in the face of the reason. You spit in the face. That's like the big executives, bro. Motherfuckers who making $1 billion a year, and then they come in there showing the Bentleys and Rolls Royces and have car shows in front of the employees who are making $30,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? They have to work second jobs to feed their families. And you're like, oh yeah, look at my car. Look at my fancy house. You see this picture? This is my kids. This is my new hot wife. This is my third wife because my other two were whores. They got too old. So I didn't want the bitches anymore. Once they hit 29, you got to divorce the whore, get a new one. You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy he puts off. That's not the energy that you're supposed to put off. You don't exude that energy because that's not who the content creator in the YouTube space is. I see a lot of them that do because they want to show you, hey, look, I made profit. I'm benefit. I'm saying I have this, I have that. Right. The individuals that watch you, they don't give a flying fuck what you really have. They watch you and they've been watching you based off your personality. I'm just saying, man. Maybe it's me.
Your debts. Why do you refuse to pay for extra the money that he is entitled to? This just doesn't make any sense. Pay him the money. Please pay him the money. I mean, what's going on?
You can't call Flacco to come nowhere. Facts. I'm a big dog. Facts. I'm a big dog. Facts. I just cashed out on an AMG, got the pink slip. Me. Facts.
What was he trying to say? First of all, he sounds like academics now. Like he's mimicking academics. He's throwing rants like an emotional female. Always angry. Can't respond to anything with logic and reason. It's just always, oh, you don't like what I said? I got money. I bought this, I bought that, I bought this, about that, I bought this, about that. Okay, but let's talk about the fact that you're fucking trash. It don't matter if I'm trash. How about this? Let's talk about the fact that you're a habitual liar and a thief. and you sponsor snitches and chomos. I don't want to talk about that because I make money. It's like, bro, that shit don't validate you.
This ain't 2022. This ain't 2022. This ain't the nigga who showed up. This ain't the nigga who showed up to LA with a fucking 2014 Chevy Malibu, nigga. I just cashed out on the AMG. Facts. My mama retired. Facts. I'm doing M's a month, millions of views a month by myself.
So he's constantly flexing. He's constantly shitting on people's financial position. And
3 weeks back, he did a video where he was talking to Adam. And Adam asked him how much money he make off the videos on his own, not with, they were discussing back on Fig, and they were talking about Point and Shoot, the guy who I'm reacting to right now. And Flakko was explaining to Adam, yeah, I make $10,000 a month. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. To legally bring in $10,000 a month just by sitting here and talking to the camera, fucking bravo, my boy. Bravo, motherfucking oh. I have no hatred in my bone for anybody who can benefit and profit by using whatever gifts you have. But my thing is, like I say, he's starting to sound like academic. So it sounds like you're mimicking somebody. And when you mimic people, that means you have nothing for yourself to stand on. You have no personality. You have no character. So how did you get into the door? You got in doing mimicking someone else. And then you, like you say, you're not the same person from then. Because now you around Adam, who has security. So it allows you the safe space to talk shit to these gangsters. Because if they pull up, you got police and unarmed security here on the payroll that'll shoot them. You have help. So it's like talking shit to motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? When you standing behind a titanium wall, yeah, you motherfuckers can't do it under me. Or people who be on the internet when you playing Call of Duty and they be all wearing fucking Vancouver, you know what I'm saying? And they talking that weird shit, man. Oh, you know what I do? Nothing, bitch. Nothing, bitch. You're 2 days away. The fuck you got? Nothing, bitch. I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. Shit's just weird, bro.
so I just think it's so funny. Why would you be avoiding 4Extra on a little bit of Cho? I mean, you could afford to pay him probably $5,000 a month. I don't know why you wouldn't just do that. You know what I mean? You've got the money. Jolly, you are a scoundrel for that. I don't know what's gotten into you lately, but please just pay him his money. What is going on? So this next clip I want to show you is Jala. I thought this was funny. This is Jala talking about how all rappers are hoes. Look at this.
Don't learn from what happened to Pac, right? Bro, like, let's be real here, right? Right? Like, the era of us believing rappers are tough is over with.
I'm gonna explain something to y'all because it's a lot of people who weren't actually involved in the culture for real, so they don't understand rap. They just take it at face value. Okay, I'm gonna get an explanation. In the 90s, in the early 90s, mid 90s, there was different types of rap. You had the individuals who knew that there was a profit and being able to utilize their voice to speak for people about things that they went through collectively, like Pac, as he mentioned. You don't have like people who didn't listen to Pac who are younger and who didn't really listen to Pac. They don't know what Pac was about. All they know is hit 'em up. Ambitions as a rider. They don't know so many tears. You get what I'm saying? They don't know changes. They don't know anything about Pac that spoke about value, structure, construct of growth. No GD, but growth and development. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know that side because they only picked out the side that made them feel like they were big and bad. They want to feed their machismo with their ego and pride. No diddy. But in doing so, you actually take away from everything that makes the culture. Like we live in a society where, as black people, you know what I'm saying. I don't know if y'all black are watching. I don't know if y'all black or white, Mexican or white or whatever you are. But in society of black people, if you are not a gangster, you're a square. That's just how the view. That's just how it's viewed. Either you're a gangster or you're a square. You can't be somebody who have morals, values, and principles, and still operate under the same accord. For example, you have T.I. Tip Clifford Harris. When he talks, you see the memes go up. And you hear I can after this I will see nobody talking to her. So if anybody here that wants to reply, go ahead and say after this remind me to look up T.I. the memes for T.I. But every time he says something, everybody sends a meme up of, man, I don't understand what he's saying. I don't know these big words. We don't speak big words. That we black. We don't know how that shit. Or you see the videos where people be like, man, I'm black. I don't know how to read. I'm black. I don't know. What? Bitch, what? You telling me that you can't articulate yourself because of the color of your skin? You got your rabbit ass motherfucking mind. I don't want to hear that shit. I grew up in the hood. Bitch, we all did. We all did. But we weren't. I'm from the era of you have to have an education. You have to have, because motherfuckers was fighting to keep us dumb. They were fighting to keep us dumb to the point where we had no way of finding any knowledge of ourselves. The only thing we found was knowledge to perpetuate the same stereotypes and the same bullshit to put us in the same circle. That's it. We didn't find stories of, we didn't know who there are people who was able to learn these things and teach about people like Marcus Garvey's, you know, to teach about African about ancient Kemetic science and teach about things of history, real history. We had people who taught those things. We had people who did all sorts of shit. The community wasn't just set up for, oh man, everybody here gang banging, and we terrified of them. Oh, like the movies say, they're in the gang. Oh no, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna hurt. No, 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 no. We had principles. No women, no kids were ever injured. No women, no kids, no old people were ever injured, were ever put in harm's way, were ever part of anything. If something was going on and the person got their kids, you slide the other way. You know what I'm saying? If you see somebody with their mom and their grandma, you don't do damage, because that can hurt them. You can physically hurt the mother and the grandmother. We had morals, we had principles, we had rules and structure. When somebody pulled out a camera when we were out there doing shit, man, he got his ass beaten. That camera was broken. Motherfuckers nowadays will put a camera out while they cooking the dough. Blow my fucking mind. Oh man, they snitching on us. Yeah, bitch, you snitching on you. You sat there with the camera out like, yeah, man, look at this motherfucker right here. See this motherfucker, boy? See this bitch? Yeah, and ain't no serial number on this bitch. Yeah, I know. My name's Tyrone. I live at wooty 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 woo, wooty wooty woo. You ain't never gonna do shit to me, cuz. And be right and right here. And then we telling you, yeah, you know, in two different lives after the police had already saw that fucking lie. Because you got to remember one thing: hip hop, rap is the only genre of music that have a police force. They're called the hip hop police, the rap police, real life shit. So knowing that they have people who are monitoring everything that fits into this category, anything that fits in that category, they look for the hashtags. They look for the motherfucking they look for the certain imagery. They go and type in. They have an algorithm that follows everything. And when they see certain things, they as a collective that shows red flags on pages, thing, zoom in on it. Now they watching you. Video, you got a gun. 2 days later, you know what I'm saying? It's a killing with that same type of gun. And then later on that night, you on live again like, motherfuckers don't want shit with me, boy. You know what I'm saying? I just slid down and took their whole camp out. 2 of them got hit. It was in a van. Left side got hit. Boom. Went around the right side. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody in the back seat. Boom. Dog came outside. Rubbed the dog. Come here, little puppy. Come here, little puppy. He had a goldfish. There's a goldfish outside. So a turtle, walk the turtle. And then they got the footage of you walking the turtle. But you got a hoodie on, so they don't know what. They ain't never gonna know it's me. Bitch, the fucking camera got you out there petting a dog like woo, 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 in the street, rolling around in the like a fucking weird ass puppy. And then you out there trying to walk a turtle down the street. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you just said that shit on your goddamn live. Everybody telling themselves we didn't have the same principles that these individuals now do. And I know they're gonna use the same strategy, the same conversation, the same talking points. And if you over the age of 35, over the age of 40, and you think the way I say, the way I'm saying these things, and you ever had these thoughts yourself, and someone tells you, "Hey man, you just don't get it because it's an age disconnect," and you black, you let them know, fam, there is no disconnect in the age gap. As black people, the culture that's happening now with the rap music, the gang banging, and all that shit, we grew up under that shit. We were the generation that influenced this generation. The difference is we also taught, we also educated, we had different messaging. I'm not gonna say the year because I don't want to bust my own bubble, but in the 99 to the 2000s, you had an influx of more people, more individuals highlighting the negative stereotypical image, sides of the black culture, the hip hop culture. So that's how it was more glorified. Then you had more lustful imagery, more whores, more bitches talking about some ain't got no panties on, on the dance floor. Songs dumb as fuck, but because bitches got ass out, you watching it. That's just how it, you know what I'm saying? Like that we were the inspiration to all the fucked up shit because we wanted free will. But at the same time, our parents literally didn't have the same understandings that we did. They didn't grow up in the hip hop rap era. They grew up in the blues era. When they had rap, when our parents had rap, they had a hip hop, a hip hop, you don't stop, a record to the bang bang boogie, the up jumps the boogie, hit the rhythm of the boogie the beat. We didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? We had fuck the police. Big difference. Our generation was the one that was ready to start fighting against the police. We fought the system. We talked about the drug. We talk about the drug sales and the way it impacted our community. This generation talk about the drug usage. I'm trying to get high. Everything. I want to get high. Snort some coke. Pop some fentanyl. Pop some this. Smoke some this. Dip some this. Take some this. Hit some this. Drink some this with some this. It's like it's not a disconnect. We just try to educate, and y'all think it's too stupid to learn. You think it's dumb to learn, which is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Where people who have absolutely, I can pull this right here up in my hand. See this item? It's lighting up in my hand. It has access to unlimited knowledge. If I click this button right here on the screen, it brings up this right here. I know you can't see it because it's blurred. In here, I can type in whatever I want. I can even press the microphone and say the things that I wanted to say, the questions I wanted to ask. So I can get a direct answer to whatever I'm asking. With that being said, we have the most information, the most access to information in history. In history, we have access to the most information. But with that, we also have the highest suicide rate. We have the highest depression rate. We have the highest anxiety rate. We have the highest overdose rate. But we don't have anybody using these for education. We got people out here walking around staring at their phones, walking the pole. They're not looking up. They're not paying attention. I need my brush and my beard together. I'm gonna wait a minute. But like we don't focus on growth. We focus on self. It went from being a community and a neighborhood to no neighbors, just a hood. It took away from everything, man. It took away from growth and teamwork because everybody started doing for themselves. Nobody wanted to do for each other anymore. Nobody wanted to be a part of a collective. They wanted to be. It was all about individualism. I want to do this. I want to fit in here. I want to fit in here. And it's like you don't have to fit in. Be you. Don't try to emulate outside sources. Just be who you are. And then I know, you're gonna say, "Oh man, everybody now is just free to do whatever they want, so people are having more fun." Is that true? Is that actually true? So if I pull up this phone right now and I type in challenge, I could just put 2 words in front of challenge randomly. I guarantee you, I see over 100 videos doing the same thing, the same facial expressions, the same hand movements, the same dances. It's not individualism. It's still collectivism. But it's brainwashed zombie followed the leaderism when nobody had proper guidance. I remember a year and a half ago, I saw a video on YouTube. It was Megan Thee Stallion dropped a song, and the song was something, I don't know the name of it, but it was like hands on your knees, do something. But it literally gave the directions. And the black females and the black creators were so tired of the white creators and people who weren't black taking their dances and getting more credit from the actual people who invented the dances, that they just, for that whole song, they just stood like this. With the song giving you 100% direction. In fact, this video is damn near done. It's over with. I don't want to hear the bullshit Flakko for the say next. Let's see something. Watch this. I'm gonna mute because I know it's gonna be some kind of audio coming up that's gonna give me some kind of strike.
I am a victim of a hate crime.
White creators on TikTok after black creators go on strike because the black creators got tired of white people stealing from them, and black people never got the credit. The white people did.
That's not what a hate crime is.
Well, I hated it a lot. Okay, you know what?
I don't ever want to hear another fucking white woman ever say that TikTok dances and TikTok trends aren't entirely stolen from black women, because a black woman has yet to give a dance to this song. And hear me out. Megan says, hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thought shit. And the white women said,
they didn't know what to do.
On my knees, shaking ass on my let me hear. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on the let me hear. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape.
the instructions are right there.
Shaking ass.
Girls be like,
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
This for all my beautiful black queens and kings.
I know some of y'all love because that shit, they hurt your feelings.
So if you one of them, please listen.
Please listen.
Please end the strike. Please come back. I am sicker than an 87-year-old with COVID of watching these white people try to do the thought shit challenge with their hands in the air and not on their knees. Please just end it, because if I gotta watch it one more time, I'm gonna just have to throw the whole app away.
But see, I'm gonna tell you something. This is reality. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a hard pill to swallow, my guy. But let me tell you what happens here, my boy. See, what happens here is, you think it's because the black women be like, yo, you're stealing my dance, man. You take it from me. You take it. It's not just that. It's not just that. It's the fact that as a collective, black people know whether we from the hood or the suburbs. Well, okay, I'm gonna take that back. Black people outside of the hood don't understand as much, but many of them do. But as a collective, we know one thing: we create the movement. Period. If we do something, everybody's gonna want to mimic it. And it's not that this song proved the point, but the fact that not even one white woman, even the ones who was talking about it, took off with the lyrics. Because we know as a people, in order to do what the accurate way to do things, you have to watch it be done first. They watch everything we do, every movement, every action. They follow us. They dress like us. That's why. And this is
Probably my skin.
I love how Flakko talking about Flakko took me right to my points. I love how when I watch a lot of black people defend cultural appropriation. I get it right. I wonder if I can find. I don't know the exact videos it was, but it was videos where it was them. It was black women telling white women.
So I
You don't have to. I'm gonna go back to Flakko. I'm gonna pull up a video. I don't want to just sit there. I don't just want to just sit there on the YouTube screen. To be totally honest with you. But my point is, you spend so much time trying to mimic and follow movements that you don't understand. We as a people don't understand how to teach people how to be like us because we have a hard time giving our information out. Every time we do something, we're looked upon as it's trashy. One of the reasons why I talk a lot about education, history, racism, and shit like that. Some people get offended by it. A lot of people get offended by it. Hurts my people's feelings. But the reality is, there's a lot of things in this world that's racist. Period. That's cool. We talk about education, how the disparities between the urban schools and the suburban schools, or suburban, as you call them. We talk about the healthcare industry. We talk about music, how 400 years ago, black men were called savages, animals. Our women were called whores, Jezebels, and nannies. They're only good for two things: fucking and taking care of these kids and cooking and cleaning. They were throwaways. Well, we, in my era, in East St. Louis, used to call bust downs. All right.
Bluetooth connected.
All right. We used to call them bust downs, where you bust them down and throw them away. Like a lot of the terminology that we use now is being used in weird ways. When we used to say bust down, we call a bitch a bust down. Like, man, I fuck that bitch. I bust that down. Bust her down and toast that bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing to it. But we created culture, we created ways, and everything we do just, it's super impactful. Like, okay, we have a guy who do country music. Now, he comes from the area I'm from. East St. Louis, Cahokia, Allerton. It's a street out there called Camp Jackson. Camp Jackson take you all the way from my hood, St. Joe, all the way through Centerville, all the way through Parkfield, all the way down. But it's a long ass road, and when I say the memories of that era, of that area, the way that people were, and the way we like, this was '92. That's what they're supposed to emulate, and it reminds you, like we had structures back then. This is a country, y'all. Coming from an area like this, like right now, you see this city trends, okay? Now, this is East St. This is Cahokia. Okay? This area, this little road right here. No, y'all already don't give a fuck. But this is Camp Jackson. All right. It goes. This right here is an Aldi's in this field. This is an Aldi's. I've never seen this video before. But this little hood right here in the corner, that's my hood at. And then this is hood right here, is where I used to kick it at, called the Greens. This little whole area, when I say it's not country music, it's not rock and roll. This, even with the white folks being there, it's the hood, the hood. And for a black male to make it out of that environment, to blow up like he's doing in country music, highlights one significant thing. We bring something that nobody else can deliver.
There's a small town where the main road barely stretch 5 miles.
In fact, let me know this, man. I'm gonna hit the record button. I'm gonna send this to him. I'm gonna send this reaction to him. All right, so look, I'm giving y'all a special show right now. All right, so this is Michael B. Witt. 47 minutes and 11 seconds. This is Michael B. Witt. All right, song called Camp Jackson. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. First time seeing the video, first time hearing the song. I've listened to a few of his other songs, and I've seen his progression to where he's going. And once you listen to this, if you like country music, if you don't like country music, make sure you go listen to some more of his music, because even if it's not the genre you like, I guarantee you got to hear from music, you'll like what he has to say. Camp Jackson. This is the time, 92. This is the time when family was important. Now, like I told y'all, man, this little area right here, that's St. Joe. That's me. I'm in the garden, the St. Joe garden. It's the Greens. That's where I used to kick it at.
There's a small town where the main road barely stretch 5 miles, and you can't walk up or down without bumping into someone you ain't seen in a while. That makes you dig up all the memories underground that you buried now. There's a Hardee's near the Walmart and a 2-lane road near the edge of the park. If you go down that little bus route, it'll turn you around and you're right where you started from. Makes you recall the things that made you who you are.
I used to walk that road, man. Like real life shit. 2, 3 in the morning, I just walk to the park. Nobody out. Quiet as shit. Just feed the fucking animals. Like, it was crazy because even though that's the hood, it was still, we kept it safe. Like, you didn't have to worry about. You didn't have to worry about for real anything, bro.
Yeah. It's your first kiss on recess, the long ride home with a bad grade to show your dad. Right on Camp Jackson, dear old Camp Jackson, where the city lights can never shine. It's where you
when I say the Camp Jackson Church all the way to Centerville, those are the black farmers, the black horse riders. You'll always see them riding everywhere down in Centerville. Like they'll ride everywhere just on their horses. It's fucking amazing to see, bro. We even got a Statue of Liberty on Camp Jackson.
And that's alright.
That's part
Little street on
like that area right there. It's called Parkfield Terrace. It's an unincorporated area where there's no police except for the federal and the state boys, and the county go there because it's like that area is just fucked up. Like it's bad, man. Rest in peace, Duty. I had a lot of people. I had a lot of homies. Didn't even make it past 24 out that motherfucker.
Little street on the riverside.
And I used to work right across the street from there at the M&M Tires. Change tires right over here, man. There's too many fucking memories, bro. I can't watch this shit.
Little street on the riverside. It had everything you need between Route 3 and the edge of the county line. Missing those ice rink winters and cool day summer vibes. When we had everything to make this life worthwhile. But it's all gone now. It's the heartbeat of the centerpiece. It's the movie theater of the least.
That motherfucker got shut down. I remember the last movie I've ever seen there. Space Jam. I watched Lion King in that theater. Like, I got my, in fact, on the right, go around the walkway a little bit. Where I got the tattoo on. I had a tattoo on my neck at first. That's why I got that bitch covered up. That's the first one I got. Over that motherfucker.
In this nowhere town, Stereo Camp Jackson. Stereo Camp Jackson, yeah. Where the city lights can never shine. We're out of sight and out of mind. Your heart never fully leaves, it's just only passing. Here on Camp Jackson.
But like, even like that, I know it don't seem like much, but you see how they playing in the park, how they playing in the school. Like, this is not a park, this is a school. Like, where I'm at in the area, like even coming to Missouri, you can't go to schools when they close. Like back where we used to be at, like all this shit, like there's no area that's accessible for kids. That's unaccessible for kids that have entertainment. Like if it could be 5 or 6 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock, you see kids all day swinging and playing around. You'll see motherfuckers like you. It was always active. There was never not a chance for kids to not so there was never a chance for proper education and growth either.
And to all the folks that called her home, drug cough that you had to head to most. Cause all your friends worked at his tire shop and a repo's coming for the lemon that you bought. Just up the block, you can see the lights from the gateway arch, but you know they'll never shine far enough to reach Camp Jackson. So much.
like that song, man. Shit made me want to go back to the crib. Brad, Michael B. Witt, Cam Jackson. So I'm saying, like, we just every time we jump into anything, we add a new level, a new layer of flavor to it, bro. I want to change the title of this shit in a minute, depending on what we run across out here. Now let's go through the YouTube. This fair.
Label.
Boosie into it, Young Blue into it again.
Let's just talk about this week, right? Donald Trump had an
We got Trump on the news again. I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Let's just talk about this week, right?
I don't know what's going on, man. Like, I hate this shit. Like, I honestly hate the state of politics, bro. I honestly do, because neither choice is actually beneficial for anyone. Neither Trump nor Biden is worth anything for the American people. Just to be totally fucking honest with you, like, we live in a nation where we believe we have to have a two-party system. Let's alleviate the idea that we have to have a two-party system. A lot of people who paying attention, I know you guys won't, share this, but I'm gonna give you a little insight. All right, I want you to check this lady out. I'm gonna show you something else in a second. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it at just her name. This lady is Dr. Jill Stein. She's part of the Green Party, the Independent Party. See, we live in a two-party system. We actually have more than two parties, but we have two major parties that they push on us. Both parties are ran by lobbyists. The reason why they push the two-party system, I know 4 people just left. The reason why they push the two-party system is because if they tell you about the other parties, then you will follow the other party.
Welcome. We acknowledge that we are here.
No, sure though. I didn't know what was going on. But if they told you about the Green Party, and more people actually went into the Green Party, looked at it, it make more sense to you. They have lobbyists who control the Republicans and the Democrats. The Democrats will tell you consistently that the Republicans are racist. And granted, they are. Very much so. But so are the Democrats. When we prove my point, I can prove it with just one question, all right? If the Democratic Party was not racist, if the Republican Party was not racist, if neither party was racist or is not racist to this day, why have they not ended the problem with the school districts, with the separations that create the disparities in the urban and the suburban, quote unquote, suburban school systems? Proper funding, bringing more businesses to those communities that are underdeveloped. Instead of gentrifying them, bring in more opportunities. Help people get funded, give them better education, give them more access to education and better economics. Why not increase the productivity in the areas that are already underdeveloped? If racism is not in the political system and in the political spectrum, if it's not ran by the two-party system as a unit together, explain to me how the healthcare industry can still target the black community, black women more than men. If the two-party system was not racist, explain to me how we have a fraternity of police who get paid by the tax people, by the taxpayers, by the citizens, by the business owners, by the employees, by the teachers, by the community. How is there a fraternity that is able to survive and operate? If I want to go apply for a job and they hire me and I gather 25 people inside of that job, And we go around and start beating on people and telling them they're gonna do whatever we want because we created a fraternity inside of our company that y'all pay us to be here for. You think that company will keep us around? They won't. But they don't tell you about anything that help us. They only tell you about the fear tactics and things that will hinder us. My point was this: inside the two-party system is corruption, whether Democrat or Republican. Neither one of the parties are for the American people. You'll always hear them saying, "I'm doing this for this people, for this group of people, for these people, for these people." They never say for the American people, because they can't say for the American people. Because in order to say for the American people, everything you have to do will be an open, transparent collective. And it won't be, because it can't be, because the people who are controlling them are the same individuals who are killing the American people. Vis-a-vis, you have Big Pharma. Let me go here while we got this up. I'm going to type this in. I want you guys to see this. What pharmaceutical owns Roundup? Bayer. Monsanto owns. Bayer owns Monsanto. You know Bayer, right? Headache pills. You know what Roundup is, right? The shit they spray on, the pesticides they spray on the crops, on the herbs, on the shit that we eat. So how is it that a pharmaceutical company, let's just get past Bayer. I mean, let's dig into Bayer a little bit more, okay? What products does Bayer produce? We have, I don't know what this is. This is for MS, multiple sclerosis, Baraka. This is like vitamins, Avalox. What do they have? That shit produced in New Zealand. What the fuck is going on there, buddy? I don't know. This is the fungicide. Morena. Crop science. Morena is what they spray on crops. Antifungal medication, the yeast infection for women. Wait a minute, bro. Contraceptive. The Morena, what females use for contraception, is also used for crop protection. So the pesticides that they are using on the foods, they're also putting into the contraception. Informative. See what I'm saying? So like, I'm not just being an ass, bro. But Jill Stein is actually for the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's actually for the people. Her name is Dr. Jill Stein. Joe, like she's
Frontrunners.
She's always speaking about everybody else.
Hey, this is.
And you know, like I found her because I'm a big Bernie Sanders supporter. And I know you're gonna say, "Oh man, he's a socialist." Let me explain to you what a socialist is. A person who is for the society.
People, planet, peace. That is Dr. Jill Stein's campaign slogan. She is throwing her hat in the 2024 presidential ring.
And when they call her Dr. Jill Stein, it's not because she has a PhD, but she's an actual doctor, healthcare.
Announcing a Green Party candidacy yesterday, citing a broken two-party system. Watch.
The political system is broken. The two Wall Street parties are bought and paid for. Over 60%
I just literally said the same fucking thing 15 minutes ago.
of us now say the bipartisan establishments failed us, and we need a party that serves the people. I'm Jill Stein, and I'm running for president to offer that choice for the people outside of the failed two-party system. We'll put solutions to the crises we face: crushing inequality, endless war, and climate collapse. And we'll put these front and center in this election and on the ballot.
Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. Do you know how we can change and shift the whole course that we're on? Okay, let's say they don't want to use electric cars. And they want to do the gas. All right. So what we do is this. Instead of cutting down trees, we give farmers incentives to grow cannabis. I don't mean grow weed. They can grow hemp. 1 acre of hemp. 1 acre. Hold on, let me get the right numbers. One acre of hemp versus trees. Let's look at the logic right here. All right. Hemp is a very versatile crop that has many positive benefits toward the environment. Hemp can take up to 120 days to grow. Up to 120 days to grow. That's 4 months. 4 months. And in 4 months, where would a tree be? All right. 1 acre of hemp can produce as much as 4 to 10 acres of trees. So we're talking about giving you the same amount of oxygen, talking about giving you the same amount of paper, the same amount of things that we can use. Let me see. However, most fungi are obligated aerobes requiring a high amount of oxygen to survive, even in aquaphonic systems. They cannot generate food and oxygen. And 1 acre of hemp can produce oxygen equal to 25 acres of forest trees. 1 acre of hemp can produce oxygen equal to up to 25 trees. So what I'm saying is, we can focus on growing hemp. We can use that hemp for everything to produce. I should have kept that up, because not only is hemp good not only is cannabis good for the medical, the medicinal, the recreational. If you want to blow you some, speaking of which, I'm gonna finish mine off. But you have a lot of textiles. You have what's called hempcrete, which is stronger than concrete, and it's better for the environment. Cheaper to produce. So why wouldn't we go hemp? We can focus more on the education system. We can focus on the healthcare system. And if every person in America was insured life insurance, that could help with the judicial system. if we focus more on building our communities, if we took away, I know it sounds weird, I know it sounds crazy, but if we took away the idea that we are governed to be governed, and not that they represent us and speak for us, then we can get back to where we're supposed to be. Because if the government tells you what to do, then we therefore don't live in a free system. We live in what you would call communist America. And if we're not living in a communist society, then we have free will. And if we have free will, we should be able to we should have government officials who represent us, which means we should be able to talk to them whenever the fuck we need to. We should be able to get more than one person to represent districts. We should get people who can actually speak for the community, not just people who can speak through the community.
Across
so you got
the country,
like Jill Stein. You got individuals like Bernie Sanders. I know you guys might not be familiar with Bernie Sanders, but Jill Stein, Bernie Sanders, those are two great candidates for change.
Becoming successful.
Both of them are highly focused on regrowing the black community. One of them wants to give black people restitution. I'm just saying. Focus on people who actually focus on you, not the ones who just talking, who use you as talking points. Nah, I didn't want to be on here as long as I have been. I really intentionally came on here to see the video about Poetik Flakko. This turned to an hour and 12 minutes of me talking about black history, racism, and all types of shit. Mainly because nobody who's in the video, in the chat, is actually actively talking. I'm just talking to myself and showing you guys the ropes. So I don't know if I have black people in here. I don't know if I have a bunch of white people in here. I don't know if the motherfucking hip hop police watching. I don't fucking know. But I do know that I'm trying to educate anybody who's willing to learn. And doing so, y'all sticking around for the time that you have made me happy. Now, it might be one person at a time. Y'all might be walking in and switching places. I don't know how the fuck it works. But I'm glad you've been here. Now, if you can, in the future, if you're not watching on YouTube, come to YouTube, King CEO. Come to YouTube, King CEO. Start using the comment section. And if you are on YouTube, start using that comment section. Well, we out of here, man. I appreciate you.